Am I growing my business too fast? What is happening, YouTube? Welcome to Mentorship Monday. Today's question comes from Steven from Illinois. Steven's like, big fan of your channel. I think I've seen every one of your videos. That's awesome. You spend a lot of time on YouTube, Steven, and I love that you spend it watching this channel. Thank you for doing that. My wife and I just purchased our investment property. It's a 6-unit building. Congrats, man. First deal, 6 units. Awesome. It's fairly profitable with a ton of room to increase equity and increase cash flow. Very good. Sounds like Steven bought it at a low price. It's got a lot of value in there. We have a 3, 5, and a 10-year plan for growing our business. That's awesome. All you guys that don't have 3, but Steve's got a 10-year plan. That's awesome. You guys need 1, 3, and 5-year plans for your business. It's awesome you have that. We have very minimal debt compared to income, and we own all of our other property free and clear. Steven also owns some farmland, he says here. So, hey, we have very little property management experience. We are fairly confident in our ability to handle any situation that may arise. So what Steven's saying is that this is the 6-unit deal is his first one. He doesn't have any experience hands-on managing, doing property management, but he's thinking he's got it in him. Maybe Steven's handy. Maybe Steven's wife is capable of handling the books, or vice versa, whatever it is. But Steven thinks he's got it in him to manage his property. So very good. We purchased the building with no money down on a 25-year amortization commercial loan. Man, Steven, you're the man. You should be sharing more about how you're doing all this. So sum it all up. He's got a lot of equity in the property, meaning it was worth this. He bought it for this, and he also negotiated a no money down 25-year amortization commercial loan. Love to hear how you did that, Steven. That sounds awesome. So we were able to have plenty of cash available and tons of collateral we could use to build the business quickly if we choose. So it sounds like he's got some equity. He could pull out of that. He's got the farmland that he owns free and clear. So Steven's got a lot of equity, a lot of potential money he could tap himself into. The question is, what should he do? Should he grow fast, or should he learn how to manage? So the city in which we purchased the first building, there are 2 other multifamilies we were interested in. One's a 12-unit property and a 4-unit property. So he's got 16 more doors that he could take on, a 12-family and a 2 and a 4-family. The question is, should we wait till we get a bit of management experience before purchasing more property? Also, would it be wise to tie up debt-free land assets as collateral to purchase more investment property? I'm not sure about the land stuff. I don't know much about leasing farmland. So if you're talking about should you buy more land free and clear and then lease it, I don't have an answer to that question because I don't know what kind of return you get on leasing land. You would be able to answer that question, Steven, or all the other folks that are out there leasing land. I'm curious what you get. Leave a comment, actually. Let's have comments in the YouTube section down below on leasing farmland. What a great conversation we could have on that. The reason for the question is these buildings are all close together. It would be very convenient to own all 3 of them, as it would be easier to take care of. If I wait, they may be gone. Steven, this is pretty clear to me. Okay, so let's putting the return that you get on leasing farmland aside, assuming you didn't ask about that, because it's a whole another thing that I can't comment on because I don't know what the return is, right? But considering that you think you've got it in you to manage, 6 units is not that big of a deal to manage. I mean, if the tenants pay their rent on time, they might not even need anything for the whole month, But taking on another 16 doors, a 12 and a 4, to the point where you're up to 32 units, it looks like, that would be a significant portfolio, but it sounds like you can handle it. I think that you can. If you think you can, then you can. And you know what? For what you can't do, you'll figure it out. I would say for that size of portfolio, Steven, you need some sort of a property management software. So we use Appfolio. You could consider Buildium. You could consider Rent Manager. There's also one called Cozy that's very basic. So I would consider some sort of a property management software that charges rents out for you, that charges application fees, that'll list the properties for rent when they come up for you. So I would consider something like that that'll help you along the way. Then read books on property management. Brandon Turner has a great book on Bigger Pockets about property management. I've got a ton of videos about property management you can watch of mine. And that, so I think you should totally do it, especially if you have that much equity and you've got what you think to be the capacity for property management. Then go for it. I think that to the rest of you guys watching, that you need to be aware of your learning curves, aware of what you don't know. And so you can learn what you don't know. And so I think that if you watch enough of my videos or other people's stuff and everything like that, you should hear people talk about things or use terms or talk about strategies in real estate that you don't know anything about. And if you want to go in that direction, then choose to learn about it, because it's not that complicated. It's not that complicated of a business. It's something that you can learn pretty easily. So Stephen, I think that if you think you know how to do it, then I would hop in and figure it out. If you got that much equity, then you might as well put it to work. So I would say yes. And 30 some units is not that much for one family, like you and your wife, to manage yourself. Once you get much bigger than that, you may want to consider hiring out some help or hiring a maintenance guy to help you do some of the repairs and stuff. But you can handle 30 on your own. So anyway, and a high five to you, Stephen, for getting such a great deal set up for yourself, because that's just awesome, and for having your goal set. You are the man. Here you go. That's your high five. Cool. So for those of you that are watching, be sure to email your questions to helpme@DeRosaGroup.com. That is helpme@DeRosaGroup.com with your real estate questions, that I'll answer them right here on the YouTube channel for you and everyone else to learn from. That is what I got today, guys. Congrats, Stephen, on your awesome deal that you got going on out there. I hope you land those other units. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great and profitable week.